Good morning. The top 1031 investment opportunities in Texas for 2026. Number one is industrial and flex, as well as industrial outdoor storage or IOS. So Texas continues to dominate the industrial landscape, particularly in Houston and DFW. And why it's hot for 2026, there's long-term tenant stability, and it's supply constrained in prime locations is another big aspect. But construction costs remain high, so it boosts replacement value, and it's better to buy something that's already built. Amazon, Tesla, SpaceX, and logistics firms are increasing their demand. So here are some of the best markets to look at: Katy, Brookshire, Fulshire, Conroe, North Fort Worth, and the Austin outskirts. And what is this perfect for? Well, investors who want low touch, high demand cash flow. As well, there's number two is neighborhood retail centers. So, neighborhood scale retail is outperforming big box retail nationwide. And what's driving the demand there? Well, explosive population growth. And service based tenants thrive in suburban Texas. And 1031 buyers love predictable income and triple net leases. So here's some tenants to look for in those centers that might be beneficial: medical, dental, fitness, dry cleaners, childcare, insurance, restaurants, and local services. And here's the 2026 trend: mom and pop retail anchored by medical continues dominating the absorption for those types of properties. So, three, medical and professional office condos, especially strong here in Katy, Fulshire, Brookshire, Richmond, and West Houston. So, why do investors love them? Well, owner occupied users are an extremely low default risk. Generally, they're willing to sign triple net or modified gross lease structures. And there's high demand from local doctors, dentists, wellness practitioners, and therapists. And here's a bonus: 1031 buyers can place large amounts of capital into stable office condos with strong long term appreciation. So, number four is suburban multifamily. So, think 20 to 80 units. Texas submarkets continue outperforming national averages. And why it works in 2026. There's high renter demand in Katy and Fulshire due to affordability. The construction pipeline is slowing down. And there's strong rent growth projected after 2025, where we saw some moderation. And where it's the strongest: Houston West suburbs, San Antonio North areas, and pockets of secondary areas in DFW. So it's perfect for buyers who want forced appreciation through light value add. Number five is build to rent and small lot communities. So BTR remains one of the fastest growing CRE sectors in Texas. And here are some of the drivers for 2026. A lot of families are priced out of home ownership, so they're willing to sign leases in these communities. And investors prefer detached units versus large multifamily. There's cap rate stability as well as long term rental growth. So here are some markets to look at for these kind of projects: Katy, Fulshire, Hockley, Magnolia, New Braunfels, Kyle, and San Marcos. And number six is land for 5 to 10 year hold strategies. For investors with longer timelines, land near infrastructure growth corridors will still shine. And here are some of the best areas in Houston: West Katy, Fulshire, Brookshire, Waller, near the new chips and industrial expansions, in Sealy, where there's a lot of logistics demand. And land pairs extremely well with a 1031 when the goal is tax-free appreciation. So here are the final takeaways for 1031 buyers. 2026 will be one of the best years in the last decade for Texas 1031 exchanges. And here's what smart investors will focus on: income stability, high growth corridors, assets with low capex risk, so newer, more modified, updated properties, markets supported by long term population expansion. Now, if you need help sourcing a 1031 replacement property in KD, Fulshire, or Greater Houston, that's what we do every day at the Viking Enterprise team at eXp Commercial. And that, my friends, is it for the day. Please visit my website, HoustonRealEstateBrokerage.com. There's a lot of free tools, and you can also schedule a consultation there. Hope you have a good day.